Hey there, everyone. Drew Goldfarb from DGPicks.com. Friday, May 17th. Let's get right into it because we got some baseball to talk about on this Friday. Let's start with the game where there is a moneyline toss-up. Houston hosting Milwaukee, minus 108 on both sides of this moneyline. Milwaukee, the better team over the course of the season, 9 games above 500, but Houston streaking right now. They have won a number of games in a row, 7-3 in their last 10, 5 wins straight that they have put together as they try to claw their way back to 500. Still have a long way to go at 19-25 on the year. Hunter Brown also trying to claw things back to a bit of respectability when it comes to the numbers that he's got for the year because his ERA is still approaching 8. His whip is still north of 2, but his last couple of starts have been much better than his first handful of outings this season. He's only gone 32 and a third innings so far this year. He's given up 18 walks, 6 dingers, 47 total hits, and 36 strikeouts is pretty decent. He's averaging more than a strikeout per inning of work this season, but giving up the runs, he's 0-4 on the season. That's the tricky part because you're talking about a team in Houston that has won a number of games in a row. The expectations on them entering the season were that they should be a really good team. So when they're finally putting it together to bet against them, continuing that run is where that's tricky. But ESPN Analytics, the numbers say Milwaukee should win this game 58.3% of the time, which puts a good bit of plus EV on a Milwaukee moneyline bet. When it comes to a team that's on a hot streak like the Houston Astros are, I usually don't like to bet against them, so I either ignore it or take the streak to continue because when a team is on a ridiculous run, betting on it ending is where the tricky part is because when you have a team that is just running like the Astros are, it also works in the other direction. If a team's lost 8, 9, 10, 12 games in a row, betting on them to finally win one is a tricky thing to do, and you kind of have to throw out the season-long numbers when you're doing that. So if you're looking at it on paper, Freddie Peralta versus Hunter Brown with Brown's ERA at 7.79, a whip north of 2, Peralta's whip is just 1.05 for the year, you go, oh, Milwaukee all day, every day, twice on Tuesday, and it's Friday, so maybe 1.5 times on Friday. But with the Houston Astros on the winning streak that they're on right now, it's hard to say to go the other way. If you're a pure numbers person, Milwaukee on the money line is the way to go. If you're not, I would say sit this one out. Maybe Peralta and combine a little strikeout prop bet. That would actually be an interesting way to go because Brown's still north of 1 strikeout per inning, a K per 9 rate right around 10, and Peralta 58 Ks through 44 and 2/3 innings of work this season. So if you are going to bet on this and you don't want to take the numbers side with Milwaukee money line, that's the way to go, is to bet on pitching strikeouts. Detroit and Arizona, 2 teams that are a game or 2 below 500 so far this season, trending in opposite directions, but with a pitching matchup that favors the team that's currently trending downward. Tariq Skubal is the starter for Detroit tonight up against Ryan Nelson for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Skubal has been fantastic, 2.02 ERA, a whip below 0.9 on the season. Through 49 innings, he has 60 strikeouts. He has been great. Nelson, on the other hand, ERA is north of 5, whip of 1.70. He's only thrown 25 and a third innings, so still a small sample size for him, but not a good sample at that. Meanwhile, though, Arizona has done very well recently, 7-3 in their last 10 games. Detroit, on the other hand, a game below 500 on the season. They've lost back-to-back, and they've lost 7 of their last 10. So that is where those teams lie. Detroit minus 136 road favorites in this game. ESPN Analytics says there's actually still some little bit of value left on the Detroit side, giving them a 59% chance to win this game, and that's because of Skubal. So I do agree with when you're looking at a pitching matchup, it's baseball, right? It's not just about, oh, what have the teams done this season? It's about the starting pitching because that matchup is going to change every single day across the MLB season, and every game is going to be unique and different. The Diamondbacks at plus 116 when they've been on the better run. I think there is a bit of value on that. But if you're going to go the Detroit side, I know ESPN Analytics says that there's plus EV taking Detroit to just win the game. I would look first 5 innings. And for me, I would probably play it a little bit safer on the Detroit side and do the version that is only a 2-way wager where the tie pushes. You're going to give up a little bit of value, but that's the concern that I would have because Arizona's been that good lately that a first 5 innings wager, you might end up where I wouldn't want to lose it on a tie when it's 1-1 because Detroit's been struggling and Arizona's been good. So even if Skubal has a really good outing, that doesn't mean that his team is going to give him a lead after 5 innings. So that's the way that I would play it in this game. Again, like I said in the last game, if you're a pure numbers person, the Tigers on the money line has a little bit of value based on the computer models. The eye test, if you're not looking at the starting pitching matchup, says Arizona would have the value, but that pitching matchup is really big, and Skubal has just been outstanding. If you're watching this on TikTok or on YouTube, you missed like half this video. I broke down 4 games in MLB today, so head on over to dgpicks.com or patreon.com/Drew Goldfarb and begin your free 7-day trial to see those breakdowns and plenty more, because I've got MLB, NHL, and more action, breakdowns, betting analysis, tips, all of that going live throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. dgpicks.com or patreon.com/Drew Goldfarb for a free 7-day trial. Let me know down in the comments below who you're betting on for today, and do you think that any of these big win streaks are going to continue for Houston or for Colorado? Both on big win streaks entering today, both games that we broke down today. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.